They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and he'll get this up just shy of the 30. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wentz. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up in.
Results, 4th down.
Here we go.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. A handoff for Gibson. Oh, he bowls over it. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Wentz. He's got Turner. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 30 yards. They'll run with Gibson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
On play action, Wentz out to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. And it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel from 17 yards out. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up first. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, pumped out. And it's Washington that scoops it up inside the 20. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. Now Joey Sly for the point after. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cameron Curl, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now? On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. And this one is incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
To throw again on second down. Wentz.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Dalton now, the pass.
Got an open man, it's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He gets this one to Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Dalton here from the gun.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A 3-yard touchdown pass.
And the Saints are back within a score.
Let's look to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Saints 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st down, Wentz. Thomas brings it in. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. A gain there of 21 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down.
Sort of interesting going with a draw play there. Do you like that call?
I don't, but it would be a lot more powerful coming from me if I'd said it before the play actually happened, if I'd first guessed it. But look, a draw in that situation, heavy risk reward. If he walks in, it looks like a great call, doesn't it?
Yeah, instead brings up a tough 4th down. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And that will force a turnover on downs.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Passing, it's Dalton.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Another chance for Dalton. This is Smith with a grab. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
What's good on the extra point? And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Bates. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. From the 27, Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and
All tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. And my goodness, another interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Sly on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick six. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Wentz now on first down. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz able to find Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So Dalton now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. The 20. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Dalton. It's caught on the right side at Smith. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. Throwing, Dalton. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Gibson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he's got it. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Gibson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
On second and goal, Wentz, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
A 5-yard loss. Sets up third down and goal.
Wentz now on third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Wentz to throw for it on fourth. This is caught. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz.
And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it, and he fires one incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And a return across midfield and to the 4.